Robert Lusetich does a great job covering golf for Fox Sports. He joins us now. When does Tiger give us an update on his availability for the PGA Championship, Robert?
Hey, DP. Well, I think we'll probably hear something today. His caddy, from what I'm told, although I'm in LA on my way over there, which is resembled right now Saigon, 1975. I think we'll hear something today. But his caddy, Joey LaCava, was there this morning, I'm told, at Valhalla, checking out the course. So I think that bodes well for a quick recovery and seeing Tiger Woods there. But, what kind of Tiger Woods we'll see is another question.
Okay. At what point does somebody who's changed their swing a couple of times modify their swing and realize they can't swing like Tiger Woods of 10, 15 years ago?
Well, not this guy. he's notoriously stubborn. I mean, he's been stubborn, since he was born. My guess would be it's in his DNA, and he does, what he wants to do. He doesn't want to slow it down. He wants to go at it hard. He's going to be 39 and a very old 39. I find it so ironic that the guy who really became the quote unquote the first golf athlete is the most frail guy in golf. I mean, Mark Calcavecchia, bless his soul, is pounding down beers and out there on the Champions Tour and then never gets injured. I mean, it's bizarre, but Tiger seems to constantly be on the verge of injury. And I've got a column this morning actually on FoxSports.com recounting some observations from Hank Haney in the Big Miss and his former coach, in which he sort of actually felt that Tiger had almost a psychological need to get injured because he wanted to be seen by his athlete friends as an athlete. I know that's reading, very, very deeply into things, but it's certainly an interesting point.
I had a former golfer bring this up to me yesterday, that here's Tiger who he won an Open on a broken leg, but sometimes he'll tap out when he's got sort of an injury. And look, I want to be fair to the back here, but looking at yesterday, swinging like that, I don't know why he was swinging like that, and I don't know how injured he is, but is there part of that these guys look at Tiger to go, oh, okay, you're not in contention, so you tap out?
Yeah, and honestly, I never would have said that about him ever prior to the last few years. I always thought that, he used to have this thing and he used to say, I never dog it. And I actually, he never did. He found a way, he finished. But now obviously, on the PGA Tour, there's a lot of gossiping that goes on. And that is one of the things that I hear often. It's like, wow, he's not in contention. So, and that he has a bit of a for the panic when it comes to his injuries and how they're viewed. And look, I think all of that's unfortunate. I do obviously think that the guys have problems. But the interesting thing about this injury is once you shave the disc that was causing the problem with the nerve, it should no longer be a problem. So I wonder, and that's I'm not a doctor. I'm just telling you what the doctors say. So I wonder if this is even a separate injury or if it's related. The one problem with this surgery that I was told was that if you come back too soon, the muscles around the area that was cut into may not have healed properly, and that could be a problem. And Graham Dillette, the Canadian, had this same surgery. He was 29. He took 10 months off. So Tiger obviously 3 months off.
He's Robert Lusetich, Fox Sports golf writer, heading to the PGA Championship, the final major. Help me understand Dustin Johnson, that he decided that he's going to take off for 6 months, but he's not suspended. But he just happened to pick an arbitrary number like 6 months here? Sounds like a suspension to me, Robert.
Exactly, my friend. You know what? You're a bright guy, DP. I don't ever let anyone tell you otherwise. You can read those tea leaves pretty well, my friend.
But why is golf being coy here, Robert? Why not just say he was suspended? Why can't you be transparent on this?
Yeah, I don't understand it either. I think that what's happened, and by the way, I found it particularly appalling that the PGA Tour would issue a statement saying after the story broke that he had been suspended for cocaine abuse, second time caught for that. After that came out, the PGA Tour said he's not suspended. We want to reiterate he's not suspended. Well, is he not suspended because the day before he took a 6-month leave of absence?
Yeah.
I mean, are we? Is this the White House here? I mean, we're like, are we to be treated like morons?
Well, I guess if he didn't take a leave of absence, they were going to suspend him. Is that right?
Well, obviously, yeah. I mean, that's the deal that was cut, right? I mean,
yes.
If you didn't take the leave of absence the day before, you'd be suspended. So let's take a leave of absence.
What's his reputation, though? Because you tweeted that there's no real shock here about indiscretions with other players' wives with Dustin Johnson, and this is we always look at golfers as pretty buttoned up guys. I mean, Dustin Johnson, he could play in the NFL or NBA.
Well, and this is actually going back to your earlier point. Why does the PGA Tour do this? I think that they're trying to protect their brand, and they're trying to say, our guys are good guys. They're clean. They go home at night to their wives and kids and lead, very wholesome lives. Dustin Johnson, my point in tweeting that was not to be salacious or gratuitous, but to say that this is a of reckless behavior that has gone on for some time with Dustin Johnson. And, why would Butch Harmon leave one of the great talents of the game and basically say, Dustin Johnson needs to know when it's time to work and when it's time to play? There's no reason for Butch Harmon to basically dump Dustin Johnson. Why did Joe LaCava, leave his bag and rush to Tiger Woods? I know it's Tiger Woods, but remember at the time, Tiger Woods was, not looking like a great prospect. And Joe LaCava was still in the bag of Dustin Johnson. That kid should be a superstar. But, this has been happening for a while. His first failed drug test was 2012. And again, this is the PGA Tour allows this to happen because what did he do? He disappears for 3 months and he says, I heard lifting a jet ski. So, again, it's just an insult to everyone's intelligence.
Before I let you go, I'll give you Rory or the field at the PGA, Robert.
You know what? It's close. I've only ever taken that bet with Tiger Woods, and that was when he was really good. I'll take the field. I think Sergio, Adam Scott, these guys. Someone will come out there. It's hard to win 3 in a row, but that said, Rory right now is, as they say, on.
Thank you, Robert. Safe travels.
You got it, mate.
That's Robert Lusetich, Fox Sports 1 golf analyst.